flying across the floor. You see the crowd separate. It's like, what is going on? And at that point, my mom runs back there. The young lady runs up. They meet. Let's get through. You off your pivot, how you live? That's how hustle, hustle, hustle. You ran your mouth, I know some niggas that dust. You better hustle,
What's good, y'all, man? It's your man, Yah'schild, man.
Good, she call me daddy. So when I text her, then she quick to send the ad.
So like a special edition of interviews. It's gonna be like something based off of the wrap up that I just put out. But these are more intimate situations with the artists and kind of giving y'all more insight and backstories on different artists that's out in y'all own city and league that y'all might not be familiar with. Today's first guest that I have here with me, I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself.
What's up? My name is Justice, aka Justice Bless, aka Holy Pen. Shout out FMBL, shout out EBA, shout out the Realm, Cincinnati, Ohio. We up.
For sure, for sure. So for anybody who's not familiar with Holy Pen, the battle rapper, or Justice in general, if you can give them a quick backstory on where you from, things that you into outside of battle rap as well, just quick little backstory yourself.
So, again, my name is Justice. I'm from Cincinnati. I started rapping at the age of 14. Feel like God gave me a gift to minister to the people through gospel rap. And so I've been doing that since I was 14. Been very passionate about it. Been doing it. Been able to travel a lot of the U.S. to be able to showcase my talent in that. I've been on national television, international television, won several awards through gospel rap, and life. Life goes in different directions. Got married, had kids, so rap kind of slowed down, but I'm starting to pick it back up. And the whole reason why I started doing battle rap was to improve my pen for when I got in the booth. And it has absolutely helped a lot. Like battle rap is a whole different mindset. You got to craft your words better. And so now when I rap in the booth, like I take some of that element from battle rap and put it in there, and I'm able to really put out some more impactful music. Like the bars just hit different. It's not A and B bars anymore. I'm putting schemes and stuff in my gospel rap. So I love doing battle rap, but the whole point is to get better for when I get back in the booth. I know a lot of people really can't transition from being a rapper to being a battle rapper, but I feel like I'm being successful in it. I love doing battle rap, man. It's the aggression in it.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's fun, it's enjoyable, especially when you get to battle somebody who you respect.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the latest battles that I had, shout outs to Big O 614.
Shout out to
A
them.
lot of love for that guy. And he really made me stretch my pen, man.
Definitely.
And do some stuff in there. And that battle was crazy. We ended up having battle of the night.
That's dope.
We had a lot of fun with that. So I love like having battles like that. So and again, it's just helping me to hone in for what I'm about to do now. And hopefully the gospel rap group that I'm in is called Tribe Bless. We'll have an album out in 2025. So we're gonna get to grinding on that here soon.
Okay, that's dope. So you're doing the music as well with the battle rap. So like you were just saying, you do gospel rap. So talk about, because I know gospel rappers, especially in the battle rap community, it's not too many.
Yeah.
It's kind of its own thing. Talk about kind of your own what's the word I'm looking for? Just your own struggles that you deal with being a gospel battle rapper, and because everybody you battle is not a gospel battle rapper,
right?
So talk about just how it is when you have to perform in front of crowds that might not be, a Christian crowd, and you still have to perform.
Yeah. So, this is one of the things that uh, I don't know that a lot of Christian battle rappers really delve into. Shout out to the Horsemen. I know for sure they're into this, but I actually went to college and I have a degree in biblical studies.
Oh, that's dope.
So
Okay.
when people, they battle me, one of the things that in battle rap they're gonna do is they're gonna point out your biggest issue, your biggest flaw, and they're gonna harp on it.
Fact.
So with me being a Christian, one thing they're gonna say is I'm a black man who follows a white man's religion.
Okay.
A black man who follows a religion that's indoctrinated to keep us in slavery and all of that good stuff. Well, I've done my knowledge. I have my degree in it, and I'm going to get further education in that. I'm going back to college. So you're talking to somebody who has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Christianity, when it comes to the faith. So I don't shy away from that. What I'm learning now is to attack it first. I had a battle against my guy Gross. Shout out to Gross.
Shout out to Gross.
And I knew that he was gonna harp on it. And so I started writing about it first. I was like, I know you're gonna say this stuff. So how do I combat it? So that's one of the biggest issues that I run into is defending the faith, especially with a crowd that really don't care.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
They don't care.
They ain't coming to battle rap to hear, that's a fact.
And one of the things that I told my guy when it came to writing bars is people care about entertaining lie more than a boring truth.
That's a fact.
So as long as you can give them, because I battle
because niggas' guns be so big in this battle rap, it got to get brought in with 2 trucks.
Yep.
And carried in with 12 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It takes 10 people to pull the trigger.
Right. They love that stuff. They love that. And so, do you hang with them or do you do something the opposite? It just depends on who you battle.
Nah, that's a fact.
Because I battled somebody and I told him, I said, I got a gun so big, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I be having the Christian stuff in there. It and it's fun. But
no, you definitely make it work for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But you also have to have that mindset that people are going to say anything to you crazy because it's an art form.
Fact.
You will have beef with somebody before the battle. Talk crazy to them during the battle. Then shake their hand after the battle. And I play football, so that's one of the things that I love. Like, before me and you play, my mindset is I got to go out here and kill you.
No, that's
during the game, I'm head hunting you.
Yeah.
After the game, bro, we will hug it out and pray at the 50-yard line. Because at the end of the day, we all got to go home. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So my mentality, whoever my opponent is, it's like, once I get the name, I start writing immediately. I'm searching. I'm doing research on it. I'm watching all your battles. I'm researching all of your footage.
Yeah. You do your homework.
I'm coming out to destroy you. But then afterwards, let's shake hands. Let's tap. You know what I'm saying? And I really wanted, I really wanted to be like, I want a great showing.
Yeah.
Either I want a great showing or I want to absolutely demolish it.
Yeah.
Because we all want to look good at the end of the day. So that's one of the things that I always have to think about when it comes to battle rap is having that athletic mindset, playing football, playing sports. That's what my mindset is always that. But at the end of the day, we're all men or women and we all got to go home. You know what I'm saying? So let's just make it home.
That's a fact. All right. Okay. I definitely agree with that 110%. So, I mean, the reason definitely why we here, we got to talk. You just had a great, crazy battle versus the Saga.
Yeah.
First, congratulations on that. That's great job, great work for sure. How did you feel knowing that you was coming into that battle?
So, the making of the card was insane. We went up to Cleveland. Shout outs to Moan. Check out his merchandise.
Shout out FBL too.
And they connected with them guys up there in Cleveland. And EBA, FEBL, they went up there and rocked it out. Friday, FEBL, we pretty much controlled the card. Then EBA went up there Saturday and started acting a fool. And so they was like, they grabbing names, they grabbing numbers. Don Marino, Danny Myers, Dot, Jay Mills, they grabbing all their contacts. And they're like, yo, Holy Pen, who do you want? And I'm like, give me a name and I'm going. But they were like, who do you want though? But I was like, I really want to battle the Saga.
Okay.
And so, and shout outs to H&H Zeke. He tried to make it happen before. It did not happen. But I was like, let me see what I can do. And they was like, you do it. No middleman. You connect with him directly. And so I reached out to Saga on Facebook. And I was surprised that he messaged me back. And you always got to have this mindset. For anybody that's watching that has the mindset of wanting to battle a name, remind yourself that these people are human.
Facts.
They are very much human. They are not untouchable. You know what I'm saying? How some of us may think that they are. Yes, they travel the world to do battle rap, but these are simple people with simple lives. And so I reached out to Saga. We did our own negotiations, set up the own flight, set up the own hotel. I did all of that. behind the scenes. Like this wasn't an FEBL thing. This was a me.
Oh, okay. You
Saga
getting it
thing.
taken care
So
of.
me
That's
and
what's
him,
up. That's
we
what's up.
chopping it up. So as it came down, and when I made that deposit, I was like, this is real.
Oh yeah.
This is real. And it got to be in crunch time. And so when it was really real, that's when I really got to writing. That's when I really got to putting that pen down. And yeah, man, I think I wrote like 4 pages, 5 pages for Saga and trimmed it down heavy. Only put the bangers in there. And so this wasn't a normal battle. This wasn't your typical. Now I treat almost all of my battles how I'm supposed to treat it.
Right.
But this was one of the ones where I'm like, we 4 weeks out, and I'm like, I'm feeling like I'm really refined right now. I'm literally just doing the finishing touches on this paperwork. So I really felt really good going into this battle. And I will spar with folk, I will work with folk. You know, shout outs to all the people that hit me up. Hippie for hitting me up, all the people shout out to EVA that was hitting me up. They was all like, let's make sure that, because
it's a big deal.
We had this mindset of the Cincinnati versus everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like we were going into this, because all the names that were on the card, other than like the undercard, all the names was going against us. So it's like, let's make sure we all are all refined. And then what really lit a fire underneath me was, like I said, I did all the negotiations. So I picked up the Saga from the airport.
Type shit.
And I drove him to the hotel.
Type shit, yeah.
And on the way to the hotel, randomly, Danny Myers FaceTime Saga. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm in the car. Saga's in the car. He's on the phone with Danny Myers. Like, and then, like, Danny Myers is just a normal person having a normal conversation.
Yeah. Danny good people.
And Danny goes, who you battling? He's like, I'm battling Holy Pen. Who Holy Pen? He turns the camera, and I'm like, what's up, Danny? He's like, oh, he picked you up? He's finna cook you. He's taking you to your funeral. And that was really like, I'm really about to cook this man.
Yeah.
So I was like, it really felt good. Like I did all of this, and I picked. This is his hearse. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. That's funny as hell.
So it really lit a fire underneath me, and I really got to work mode. That was on Friday, and then Saturday we get to the venue, and
talk about the venue. How cold was it in the venue?
It was just complete nonsense from start to finish, and it was unfortunate. Nothing that we did as a league, nothing that we did as battle rappers. It was strictly the venue. We kept calling, like, we couldn't even get in the building. Like, the code wasn't working.
Damn.
So actually, the code was working, but they put the lock underneath it, so there was no way for us to get in. I don't want to say. Anyways, we got in.
That's crazy.
We were able to get in the building. The heat was off. The water was off. There was like garbage everywhere. It was not a clean event. So I'm in work mode. I get in there. I find a broom. I'm sweeping the stage. I'm getting everything. I'm trying to get everything clean. I'm talking to security, trying to get everything situated with people who's supposed to come in, people who need to pay. I'm really in working mode. So I'm trying to get everything situated with this whole thing. And like, it wasn't a great situation. And what I will say is, because of this card and the anticipation, there was people at the door at 3, like they were supposed to be. Doors open at 3. Folk were there at 3, and I was embarrassed. But again, it's not us. You know what I'm saying? It was the building, and I believe that we cut ties with them. But it was cold in there, man. It was cold, but people endured because they wanted to see what this card had to put on. And once the people started flooding in and the started, it got to rocking. And it was dope. The undercard was dope. It was solid. Like, folks was really going in. Shout out my dude, Prince Ave.
Shout out Prince Ave. He had a great showing. Shout out Prince Ave. It was a few people who had great showings in there, man. Just on some quick shots. Prince Ave did great. Pride did great. Sick Pig did great.
That was a great round.
Fuck, man. Who else? If I'm leaving somebody
shout out
Vino Collins versus Chef Trez. He did awesome.
Yeah. Cash Out Kev. Shout out Cash Out.
Yeah, man.
Kev wigged out. Yeah.
Kev got hey, keep out. Dude is spooky for real. He one of them. He need a name. Miko, all them guys. Y'all think
Miko Slime went crazy. Shout out my dude House Party. I know the mic was getting on your nerves, but you was up there talking too. But yeah, Miko Slime, give that man a name. Give that
That's
man
a fact. That's a fact. So we get to Holy Pen versus Saga.
Yeah.
Walk me through that battle, man.
So, first of all, I want to say shout outs to the Saga for even taking the time to step out and really battle me. I really appreciate that. From start to finish, I gotta address it. Before the battle started, young lady in the front, and she goes, "Who are you battling?" And I say, "The Saga." And she goes, "Cook that man," right? And I'm thinking she on my side. I'm like, cool. My mama in the front, my best friend and my little sister Kaylin, she in the front, she's recording. And then it flipped. It totally shifted. And that's because she said her brother walked up to her and said, forget Holy Pen. He said something about your brother in one of his battles. And so because of that, it was F Holy Pen. So, you know, that I addressed, the crowd first as Holy Pen, shout out the Realm, shout out FEBL. And then I was like, cook time. And she's like, nah. And I'm like, what you mean, nah? And it said it's the Saga, and it's like, wait, what just happened? I didn't know that she had a conversation with her brother. She said she had a conversation with her brother. Mm-hmm. And my slogan is, all I do is spit facts, and niggas get mad at it. So I'm not going to speak like how I feel. I can only speak facts. Mm-hmm. So her brother told her that it's F me. So she took that to the T, and she said it herself. Her whole agenda was to heckle me. Mm-hmm. That was her whole purpose. At that moment, when she heard that, she was like, forget him. I don't know if she tried to get me out of body, out of character, but that was her whole operation, was to talk crazy about me. Mm-hmm. And she said she didn't know that was my mom and my best friend in the front. But it's like, my mom is here, my best friend is here, the young lady is here. Mm-hmm. So she's like right next to my mom, and just the whole battle, you can hear her. And it's unfortunate too, because it's outside of battle rap norm, mm-hmm. And I've battled. There's been times where I've battled and they've had a crowd behind them.
Right.
And they'll say stuff under their breath, or they'll say stuff on the in between, or when there's like a man, I was whack. I get that, but this was different. Right. It got to the point of unnecessary. And again, I'm not speaking from how I feel. If you go to the comment section on the video, folk is like, it's too much going on in the crowd. Shorty talking crazy. And they literally put a time marker, 9 minutes and 40 seconds, where you can, it's clear as day. Somebody even said in the comments, why does it sound like the audience has a microphone? So Saga is rapping, and now this is my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. He was beatable. I feel like this was not the best Saga I've ever seen. Right. He just put out a battle that he did with B-Dot that's got hundreds of thousands of views. He went crazy. Now, this wasn't that. Okay. And he choked. Bad. Bad. And he turned around and pulled his phone out and went to his notes and scrolled to where his bars were.
That's wild.
And I had seen it, and I said, I turned around to my guy, and I was like, I'm about to cook this.
That's wild.
I'm about to.
That's wild.
So I'm coming up with rebuttals in my head about that. He had an MMA bar that he had. I was about to rebuttal that. I was coming up with rebuttals, because I was like, I really want to show my true element. My whole purpose in taking this battle was to showcase my craft, but also the Four Horsemen are the pinnacle of Christian battle rap.
That's a fact.
Put me under your wing. Bring me on. Yeah. Because you say you rep Holy Pen, that broadens my horizons of battle rap. I'm about to start getting phone calls. Folk gonna have to fly me out and pay for my hotel, right? And then I have this opportunity to really cook Saga. I'm like, man, this is a beatable. I'm about to rebuttal. My material was fire. I was really about to go crazy. But even when he choked, you can hear her. Like you hear her, he's choking, he's turned around reading, and y'all need to wake up. He cooking that thing. Hey, he cooked. That's your son. And there were multiple times, like uh shoot, what's her name that was on the stage? Yoshi.
Yoshi G.
Shout out Yoshi G for
Shout out Yoshi G. I done been in the DM. God damn. Open that motherfucker. I'm just bullshit. Open that motherfucker up.
But you see Yoshi G like looking and pointing, like what's she on? My people just like, what? And then there was a moment in time where I was like, come on. And she like, shut up. And I was just like, and I'm looking at my mom, right? My mom is literally right next to her. My mom is timid. My mom is mild. She's 6 foot.
Shout out mom. She be at every battle.
Yes.
So shout out mom.
And my mom has never bothered anybody. Folk be coming up with bars about my moms. They be talking about how they smashed my mom. They talk all kinds of crazy stuff. My mama take it to the chin, laugh it off. My mama don't bother nobody. They call her Mama P, and they hug her. They love on her because they love my mom. My mama don't bother nobody. So she's standing at the stage and her eyes is closed because she's just like, this lady is bothering her. You got to understand, it's also her son. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you're saying to me, she can feel it. And then you right next to her and extra loud. Extra loud. From what was told to me, there were people that told her that, this is Holy Pants mama. She's like, I don't care. I don't give a, like because she was on assignment. And so, could nobody get her to pipe down. And I don't know who said something to her over here, because you can actually hear it in the footage. She's having a conversation with somebody over, because my mom is here, she's here, my friend's over here. She's having a conversation with somebody here, and she moved over to this side, on the side of my best friend. And she's still going. And again, like, it's one thing to gas bars. Like, if you think a bar is crazy. Because even me, I'm feeling some of the stuff Saga is saying. He had a Dante Bowie bar where everybody think he talking about elbows, but Dante Bowie is a Christian artist. A lot of us Christians in the room was like, oh yeah, like you can hear my best friend on the footage. She's like, oh, that was fire. They not gonna catch that. My best friend said that was fire. I'll slap you in your chest. I'm one that'll hype up your bars.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was cold, that was fire. Still, I don't think there was anything that he said that was overtopping what I had to say. But she's like gassing filler bars. She's gassing material that's not even material. You got a 4-bar setup, and you like, oh, on the first line. And we all sit here like, what? Right? And so my friend that's over here, she asked her, she says, are you good? And her response is, are you good? Because I could fight. And it's like, and I got different footage. She goes, sweetheart, don't nobody want to fight you. And she's like, nah, because what's up? Like, I can fight. Like, what you want to do? And it's like, why are you doing that? Your issue is really with me. And again, she said she didn't know who that girl was. She didn't know that was my people's. Right? So she's talking crazy to her. And then as loud as day, you can hear her say, so chill out, B. Like, loud. And that's when my mama goes off. At this point, you got to think like my mama has reached her boiling point at this point, and you done said that. And my mama knows that you're addressing her, right? Well, she actually does, eyes is closed. And she's like, chill out. And she's thinking, who are you addressing? My mom's like, are you talking to me?
Right.
That was her response. She said, are you talking to me? And the girl's response was, you hoes want to fight? And that doesn't de-escalate anything, right? So now Saga doesn't stop rapping. I'm over there and I'm stepping up to the front of the stage like, yo, like, what is going on? Like, folk has walked up to the front, my mom is here, now there's men in between, and it's separate. Then you see my baby brother step up. And he's like, not my mom. You can see him waving his hands. Not my mom, not my mom. And I don't know what about that triggered a bunch of these guys to press my baby brother. He's 120 pounds soaking wet. And I know a lot of people said that my mom started the physical altercation. That is not the case. The young lady and my mom was separated. My mom wasn't moving. right? Probably a bunch of jawing going back and forth. But there was nothing between them. But when my baby brother stepped up and was like, not my mom, now the young lady says, I'll fight you too.
Damn.
So she's trying to push past them to get to my brother.
Damn.
My brother ain't trying to fight nobody. He's backing up. He's not a threat. Let it go. But it was one of the guys that pushed my baby brother. So I see it. He goes flying across, like I said, 120 pounds, flying across the floor. You see the crowd separate. It's like, what is going on? And at that point, my mom runs back there. The young lady runs up. They meet. Fist gets off. And as much as, regardless as to who threw the first punch, my baby brother was the one who was physically touched first. Nothing was going to happen between my mom and this young lady because there was plenty of men in between. Nothing. And I appreciate all the people that stepped up and that really loved my mom in that moment. But my mom and that girl got into it. And I know the young lady said she got a bad meniscus and, things could have got torn. My mom is 54 years old, 6 foot with vertigo. So she fell, and, they bragging about, oh, I knocked your mama out. I knocked your mama out. You knocking out a grandma. All this rah-rah and talking and stuff like that, it really was unnecessary. And I wish for the life of me, somebody would have addressed it on the stage. There were so many people that witnessed all the nonsense that had happened prior to. But once it was here, like once it got to jawing, somebody should have grabbed the microphone and be like, hey, y'all chill out. We're not here for none of that, this, that, or whatever. I really do feel like it could have been de-escalated. But bottom line, what I see is my baby brother get pushed across the floor, and then I see my mom fall. At that point, I jump off the stage.
Right.
And I run over there. I see security running there. I see men separating the women. The fight is between the women, right? But I also see my baby brother in the mix trying to separate them. And there's this guy that's swinging. And I don't know if he's hitting my baby brother or not, but he's swinging. And I grabbed him and I pulled him back. What's dope is it's very visible on the footage. And I told him, I was like, hey,
I saw that.
Like, I told him, I said, stop, no, Shema, right? And he bucks off me. It's like, that's my family. And my baby brother, I think probably security grabbed him, pushed him out the way. So my baby brother's getting off the floor and he's looking at the situation. He's looking at the situation with my mom. They ain't paying attention to nothing else. And this dude that I pulled off, separated from the situation, bucks off of me, hits my baby brother, falls flat out. And if you pay attention in the footage, I scream no. Because it was like, man, I try to stop you, But at that moment, reflex. And I hit him. I did not want to hit nobody. I went into the situation trying to de-escalate it. And when I see my baby brother get hit, I saw white. I hit him. He falls. I feel somebody grab me. So I grab my baby brother and I pick him up. And I get pushed. I'm going out. I'm literally walking out the front doors. And it devastated me because this was my moment. I wasn't worried about my mom. When I seen security bust in there, I'm like, I wasn't worried about my mom. But my baby brother, you hit my baby brother, instinctively I hit you. And I get drug out the building. And folks is like, calm down. I'm like, it's not that I'm not calm. This should have never happened to me.
Nah, facts. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's because they thought, oh, he a Christian, so he's soft, or his family's soft, so they ain't gonna do nothing, or we an easy target. But man, like, that's not supposed to happen. Or it was supposed to happen to me and not my family.
Right.
Why are y'all swinging on my mom? Why are y'all swinging on my baby brother who never threw a punch? Never swung it. Oh, he walked in there waving his hands like, not my mom, y'all, not my mom. Why are y'all pushing him? And the sad part is, I know that they know that that's my brother. Because he comes to all the battles too.
Mm-hmm.
I give the young lady benefit of the doubt. She may not have known that was my mom. But the guys who really started it, they knew who my baby brother was. And so they got the whole like, oh, Holy Pence family started it. Holy Pence started it. They started a physical altercation. No, somebody pushed my baby brother, which incited the violence.
Time.
But if you want to get to who really started it, this young lady had the purpose of heckling.
Not to cut you,
Yeah.
but just to get a people an insight, let's go ahead and review this clip right here.
Let the church work. Let the church work.
Chill out, bitch. Are you talking to me now? Why are you talking to me?
Security. Security. Hey, keep that ass out, man. Hey, we ain't doing that shit here. Security. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, get the fuck out of here, man.
Welcome back, y'all. My fault. Welcome back, y'all. Go ahead and continue.
So I'm outside, and it was so cute. You know, my baby brother, he's in a new relationship, and his girlfriend came, and he was worried about his girlfriend being in there. And being the sound mind person that I am, I was like, bro, she's not in none of this.
Right.
She ain't gonna jump into no fight.
Right.
Because that's really not who we are, for real.
Right. Well, nobody came to the battle event.
Nobody from my side came to the event with the intent to do any of that nonsense. And the sad part is, man, shout out to Saga's wife. She prayed for us on the way there. I picked up Saga, Chef Trez, and T-Top. And she prayed for us before we went in the venue. And I feel like I went against everything in that prayer.
Wow.
But I told my baby brother, I was like, she's fine. And then I see my mom come out of the building. Hair a mess. My mom got locks. You know, the young lady pulled out some of her locks.
Wow.
She walked out with a knot so big. So, you know, the lady hit her in the forehead. Shout outs to you for hitting my mom in the forehead. She left with a big old knot, right? And my mom was upset. She's, you know, she's hated. You know, they told her to leave. And then the police were called. Not by my mom's, because the police pressed my mom. They were saying it was your fault. But folk came out to me and it was like, Holy Pen, you got to finish the mission. I'm like, man, forget this battle. My mom just left with a knot on her head. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, it's over. Like, my moment is ruined because of this. But then they was like, nah, bro, you got to go in there and you got to finish. So I'm like, all right. So I go back in there. I get on the stage. And the Saga, you know, he tries to continue rapping. And then somebody runs in and they're like, yo, you hit my brother? You know, I'm gonna mess you up. Wait, I'm gonna kill you. Wait till you get off the stage. And I'm just like, sad part is, though, the dude who said it knows that Saga choked, right? And when Saga choked, he actually was like, holy bear, like, cook this nigga. You know, he was on my side until this situation happened. It's my people's. So it's like, not only did this situation ruin the battle, or how I feel like it ruined the battle, but it ruined some relationships that I cared about. And so that really, more so, I'm not scared. It broke my heart, because I probably wouldn't even be doing battle rap if it wasn't for him. For him meeting me in Save-A-Lot and telling me to keep rapping, He was like, no, bro, you got something. Keep rapping. And so he knew that I was gonna cook Saga, but this situation happened, and now he's not on my team. He's waiting to see me after the battle. And I'm like, this situation is so messed up. And the Saga was about to take the headset off, but it was like, nah, tell him to calm down, chill out, whatever. So then it was my turn. And you can hear it in the footage. People talking in the audience. I'm looking out in the audience. People got their back turned to me. They having side conversations here, there. They care nothing about my material. And but I had to keep going. All the rebuttals that I had out the window. I'm not about to try and freestyle. They gone. It's out the window. But I went through the material. And as I kept rapping, I'm paying attention. I'm noticing things. Being a performer and an entertainer since I was young, I noticed like sometimes when you do bad, your hope is that the other person does worse than you so that you still look good. And you may be able to do some things to get them out of their element.
Right.
Saga was talking to people on the stage. He's turned around. He's laughing at my material. He's looking over here, over there. And I'm like, oh, you trying to get me to not be on my wagon. Nope. I'm about to push through. I don't care if you talk to Yoshi G. Had that whole conversation. I'm still about to cook you. Right? And I pushed through all my material clean. All of it.
Fact.
Now, they may not have felt it in the building, but my hope is that when people watch the footage, they like, hold on, Holy Pen was really talking. And the big explosion was my last bar, which I came up with on the drive to pick him up from the airport. And I added that to my material. I was able to get through it. But then it was like, the police got called, they shut down the venue. But I'm so grateful that they were able to find another spot. I'm happy about that. Shout out to Garage.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Picking them up on short notice.
Making that shit happen, Sab. Shout out to Sat Meech. Everybody who was involved with getting that new location to finish the event, man. That was huge. That was major, man.
So, to cap it all off, really, where my people are, right? I know somebody got hurt. The dude who I punched got hurt. And I feel bad about it. But at the same time, I pulled you away from the situation. And as much as they want to say, oh, you sneak hit him, if you watch the footage, you'll see my baby brother is not looking at you and you punched him. What am I supposed to grab you and turn you around and punch you? No, I did to you what you did to my brother. And I'm sorry. But let it be that. Let it be over. Folk talking about something, they still want blood, they want this, they want that. If I see you, it's on sight, let it go. I'm done. My mom is walking around with a patch gone in her head. She's done. She's not trying to see nobody. She don't want no mess. My family is done. They say, my baby brother has no ill will. We're done. Let it be over. Cincinnati battle rap is on the rise. And the last thing we need is a venue where Holy Pen is in the building, because the unfortunate thing is people now want to see Holy Pen rap. We don't want it to be where Holy Pen is in the building and y'all trying to do something. Let it go. Just let it be. I'm sorry, but let it go. There's no vindication that will come from this. And it's another thing people got to think about too. I don't like doing stuff in my outside life that leads to bars in battle rap.
Yeah. So
I made a mistake of trying to fight somebody in the league before. I was stupid. I got to deal with them bars forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be talked about. Folk are going to, or they're going to leave it alone. But I want to let it go. Let it be water under the bridge. I'll shake every single one of y'all hands. Everybody, the brother that said, forget Holy Pen, I'll shake your hand. I know you probably don't want to, which is fine. You didn't shake my hand when you walked in the venue. I'm cool. Let it breathe, right? I don't want to fight nobody. Unless you want to go to the ring, I will fight. I will fight in the ring. But I'm not trying to throw fists. Look, when you fight barehanded, more than just somebody's face to get messed up, your whole hand to get messed up. I gotta go to work. You gotta go. We got families. We got kids. I'm letting you go. If I see the young lady at another venue, I give her a hug. Let it go. Right?
That's mature.
The brother that said, I kill you when you get off the stage, I reached out to you. I want to let it go. There's no other vindication that's gonna come from this, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know that. But from the bottom of my heart, I just want to let it go. This went beyond battle rap, and it doesn't need to go any further than what happened at the venue. Because as much as my mom could have died, and y'all wouldn't have batted an eye. My baby brother could have died, and y'all would have said I was just protecting my sister. So let's just say everybody got to go home. Some of y'all got to go to the next event. I didn't go to the garage, but y'all was able to go. Let it go. Please. There are events and stuff coming up. Let it go. Let it go.
Nah, for sure, man. I appreciate that. Now, that's real. That's real, man. And just from being there and seeing how everything played out, man, I would love to just see everybody just move on, move forward, bro. It's too much great shit that we displaying in this city right now that we can't get tricked off of our position and where we trying to strive to and get to as a whole. And this, like you said, man, if it ain't jumping into the ring, it ain't really worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. Everybody got to go home. Everybody got their loved ones still, man. So I agree. Keep it rap, man. We all came to a rap event, man. We all came to a rap event. So with that being said, moving forward though, side off of that, unless there's anything else that you off of that, what's next for Holy Pen? What is that you're wanting to do? Is it somebody that you're wanting to battle next? Do you already have your next date already booked? What's going on?
So really, it's what's stopping moving forward in the city of Cincinnati is this. That's really what stopped progression over here, because there's people that are like, yo, we got this person coming to the city, we got this person coming to the city, and I got the pick of the litter. You know what I'm saying? But if we can get people to, we don't even have to come to the table. If y'all just say, you know what, let's let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
Cool. Then it's Loso. Let me get it. Let me get another horseman. Saga may have to see me for 3 rounds. Bro, you choked.
Let's talk. Hey,
you choked. Now shout out to Saga.
Big shout out to Saga for even continuing through it, because I know that was a lot. And this was Saga's first time being in the city. I'm sure he's not gonna forget that. This is his first time being in the city.
Every single battler that was brought here, it was their first time in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah,
and we don't want this to be like, this is why folks don't come to Cincinnati, right? But Saga may have to see me for 3. Like, you choked. You kind of you owe down. Yes, the nonsense happened, right? But before that, you choked. You choked bad. You know what I'm saying? You almost had a jersey, and I didn't want to be like, hey, what you doing? But I prepared them rebuttals. I had so much I was gonna say. But yeah, like, Saga may have to see me again. Like,
that might be something to set up, man. You ain't lying.
Y'all might have to jump me into the horseman. You know what I'm saying?
Not lying.
For real. But Loso does want to come to the city. So we might have to make that shake. And then you got a major card happening in May. May it's going down. So as they're figuring that stuff out, if I can't, get who I'm asking for, somebody's coming. That's gonna have to see Holy Pen. But outside of that, man, ministry is booming. We got an album coming out next year. You know what I'm saying? I'm a youth pastor at my church.
Okay.
So I got a lot of stuff going on with the youth at my church. But I really, like, the focus is like my artistry, my music, and then whoever's gonna come in May. And if I get anything in between then on some practice stuff, you know, we'll get it popping. But for sure, May is about to be
Okay.
crazy. I think EBA says they got something going on in February. They got a January card coming up,
That's a
and
fact.
then they got something going on in February. So EBA's got something jumping off. And then up in Cleveland, bar for bar, the camp, they got stuff going on up there. So whenever Moan hits me up, man, he's like, yo, I need you to come to Cleveland. As long as I ain't got nothing going on, Moan, just hit my line. You know how to reach me. And I'm definitely getting that good versus evil, angel versus the devil hoodie. That was fine. But
Shout
yeah,
out all the leagues, man.
yeah.
Shout out all the Ohio leagues, man. Ohio up. If nobody's ever seen the Holy Pen battle, what battle should they go watch right now?
If you want to see some great battle rap, a great back and forth, go watch Holy Pen versus Big O 614. That's a fire one. If you want to see Holy Pen cook somebody, go watch Holy Pen versus Lil Kurt. That was my favorite one, man. Yeah, it was that you shoot your shot for a wife. I call my wife.
That was crazy.
Shoot.
Yeah, that was fire. That was
Yeah.
fire. I remember that.
That was one of them moments where it was like, and I had beef before that. I had beef with somebody in the battle before that, but you cannot deny good material.
Yeah.
And so even in that, they was like, you know, the dude who I had beef with, you know, you gotta give me props, slap me in my chest and everything, man. Shout out everybody at EVA, man. Sometimes we just
Shout out to the EVA, man.
We just
TRL.
Yeah, the rap league, EVA. When you're able to, you know, what I do love is like, oh, you got beef, settle it in the ring. And that's what they do. They do settle it in the ring, shake hands afterwards, and then the next battle, depending upon who you battling, you on their side. Or not even on the side, you neutral. So Kurt was from Dayton. So they're like, man, we don't rock with Dayton. So we rock with Cincinnati. Bro, the whole room erupted, and I'm seeing people slap, you know, grab hoodie, you know, all that stuff. You know, people that you look and it's like, man, I thought you ain't even like it. It's like, nah, bro, I can't deny good material. So you want to see me cook somebody? Watch me versus Kurt. Holy Pen versus Lil Kurt. That was a good one. Yeah, man, like, yeah. But me versus Big O 614, that was one of my most favorite battles.
Go tap into that right now. Go tap into that.
Love that guy, man. Love him. But yeah, that's what you can go watch.
For sure. So what if they trying to go check out the music? You said is it Try Bless?
Try Bless.
Okay.
Yeah, you can search Try Bless on all music media platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Pandora, whatever. We got a few songs out. Most recently, we got a song called Mansion that's out. We got a song called I'm Him. We got a music video also on YouTube for the I Him, that hanging mic joint. That was fire. So check those out. More music to come.
For sure, man. Again, I appreciate you sitting down with me, man. Just going over everything, man. Before we go, if you can, just get some positive words to somebody who might need it. You know what I'm saying? We never know what people going through. So I want to do stuff like this and end it on a real positive note. And I'll let you take the lead on that.
I teach nonviolence, which is crazy, right? I teach nonviolence, and I feel like I lived it in that moment. To run into a situation where you know your mother is getting harmed and your brother is getting harmed, and the first thing you do is try to de-escalate the situation. I hear from other people, they was like, it couldn't have been me. And I don't care who started it. If I see anybody going for my mother, somebody dying. And I don't ever want it to be that. Ever. So, try your best to de-escalate the situation. A lot of these situations, like, you know, folks looking back and saying, man, I wish I didn't say this, or I wish I didn't do this, or I wish this didn't happen. And so I would rather y'all live outside of the what ifs and actually do.
True.
You know, somebody gets to yelling and acting rah-rah, man, you got it, you won. You got it. Because at the end of the day, like we say, we all want to go home. You got kids, I got kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got families. And in this holiday season, I've heard of so many people losing their lives. And not from violent stuff. Accident happened on Spring Road. Both parties, families lost. They not gonna be able to see the holiday. Somebody, you know, they woke up and their mother didn't wake up. You know, and they gotta spend Christmas without family members. Don't let it be for something nonsensical like some words at a battle rap event. You know, because that's one of the things that jarred in my brain the whole entire time. Like, my mom could have lost her life that day. My mom is not the healthiest person. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Mama
Shout out to moms.
But, you know, we talking, you know, she got vertigo. A bad fall, and, you know, she ain't getting up. And shout out to everybody. And I've reached out to a bunch of people when I saw the footage, and I seen people. There was somebody standing over my mom to make sure nothing happened. There was people that was helping my mom up. There was people that was separating my mom. Even when the first words started happening, there was people standing in between, and that showed all the love. Because when this first happened, and I'm seeing nothing, I'm thinking, I thought y'all loved my mama. And I was like, I thought y'all really hated her. But then I saw the footage, and I was like, you know what? There's people that really love my mama. So shout out to all of those that made sure that my mother was okay, and made sure to walk my mama out of the building. Shout out to the house party for looking out for your boy and making sure that me and my brother exited the venue safely. And let's just end it. Let's just end it. I want to go home. I want to go home as much as, you know, and one of the things they want to talk about is Holy Pen left with the police. They're not wrong. All I do is spit facts and niggas get mad at it. I left with the police that day.
Hey,
and what I told the officer, I said, I want to go home, and this is the safest way for me to do it. I got daughters. My daughters were being watched by somebody that weekend, and I almost broke down and cried when I held them in my arms on Sunday, because had folk been able to really get their hands on me, it might have been my last day on this earth, or it would have been my last day of freedom. And I don't ever want to have that thought process, man. To have that thought, like, I'm not gonna see my kids grow up.
Nah, that's real.
So
that's real.
To everybody that was involved, my peoples we let it go. My mama, she said, I don't care about no locks. She let it go. My baby brother, he don't care about getting punched. He let it go. Please, y'all, let it go. Let it go. My mom is home safe. My brother's home safe. My family, home safe. Please, y'all, just let it go.
Just like that, man. So with that being said, man, we have more of these coming soon. Make sure y'all go follow Holy Pen right now. Go check out Holy Pen versus Th3 Saga that just dropped. That's going down right now, man. Shout out to FEBL. Shout out to EDA. Shout out to Rap League. Ohio up, man. Y'all know what's going on. I am Yah'schild, Big Thor. Go tune that right now. Let's go.
I told him hustle, hey, hustle, 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 hustle. Don't let them knock you off your pivot.